Okay.
No, conveniently it works. What happened?
I don't want to tell you.
No, 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 no. Let's start the podcast off hot, my friends. We had a 20-minute delay in the podcast because I was being blamed for technical issues. What was the issue?
It would be above your head without pointing to things on this thing.
Just admit it was you who fucked up.
There was a dial turned that I didn't turn.
A dial was turned. The dog did it.
Yeah.
That beady-eyed little dog did it.
Yeah. So, basically, if you want the technical version, all the stuff that comes into the board that we record, including your voice, was coming in and recording. But everything has to then be sent back to you to hear, minus your own audio track. And for some reason, that was still turned up. And so you were getting a repeat of yourself, which was probably kind of distracting.
A little bit.
So yeah, I think what happened, and I can't confirm this, but my theory is that Fat Marco snuck in here and tried to sabotage the board, so we wouldn't talk about the orgy anymore.
I think you're right. I think he's probably got so much heat. Because his wife and his mother-in-law think he's going to come slanging deck at the orgy at the beach in a couple of weeks.
Right, and so I think he came in here and did a whole bugaboo on the fucking.
I bet he did.
Mixing board, but it sounds good now, right, buddy?
Hey, it sounds perfect. You went a good 10 minutes blaming me. It was my service. Your phone's cutting out.
No.
No.
Two separate issues. I was saying it was your phone because you were hearing double. Your phone was cutting out. So.
All right, I'll admit this. Okay. After you hung up and said that you were going to go fix the technical issues, another call came in and the person said, "What's wrong with your phone? It's cutting out." Okay, so we're both wrong here.
Right. There were technical issues on both ends.
On both ends.
I will say that you have never sounded better.
No.
And that's your part to return the favor.
I will say it sounds really clear.
Okay, there we go. That's as good. I
don't know what's going on here.
That's as good as I'm
Marco sabotage didn't work.
This fucking guy. No more chocolate donuts for him.
Can't wait for the orgy at the beach. The orgy at the beach.
You're going to get him so much trouble. They may not. Funny. They may not listen. After he came in all flummoxed and flabbergasted.
Margaret's listening. Hello, Margaret.
We're such bad friends, but in the best way.
Right.
So
right.
So what's up, buddy?
I was going to say something, but it would have been way out of line.
You
know what? I'm going to say it anyway. I was kind of hoping I'd get to meet Margaret at Orgy at the Beach.
That is a little. I mean, it depends. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be taken that way. It's not supposed to be taken that way.
No, but it just sounds bad.
Right? Yeah, it sounds terrible. So
terrible.
This is a respectable woman here. You can't be.
That's right. I know. Number one fan.
Yes. So
what's going on? What do you got going on this week?
I got nothing, man. You had nothing? This is the longest week, part 2. Last week was the longest week, and this is the longest week also. I thought when I got that
too this week.
I thought when I got that pay bump, I'd be excited about going into work more, but I don't know, man. I think someone took all the steam out of my engine. You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because I got the pay bump too last week. And let me tell you, this has been a rough week, and it's only Tuesday.
Right?
So, I literally thought it was Thursday, and the kids are like, no. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, we're both fucked.
Right. Rough.
Yeah.
Well, I got an update on my car situation from Friday's podcast.
From the Seinfeld. Your Seinfeld life, your
car reservation,
real life episode, your real life episode here. So to recap,
Yeah,
you made a reservation. They did not hold the reservation.
Nope.
Then you waited for an ungodly amount of time while you
3
blew
hours.
up corporate on Twitter.
Right.
They kind of started jumping through hoops. And then they gave you a car that had been sitting on the lot the whole time.
Yes.
But yet, you still had to wait for that one because they hadn't started cleaning it yet.
Right. And it was a minivan.
It was amazing. And you had expressly said hours before that you did not care. You would rent anything that had wheels on the lot at that point. And yet they still...
I
Yeah.
said that first thing. First thing. I'll take anything.
Do we want to blow up this place?
Well, look, this gets worse. Are
Well-
you ready for...
Well, where
For this?
what was this? Avis? Hertz?
Oh, Enterprise.
Okay, so Enterprise, where was this? In Atlanta?
In McDonough, Georgia.
McDonough, Georgia Enterprise. You're dead to us.
Oh,
You're dead
Let
to
me
us.
tell you the rest of the story, though.
But I want to bury them and then
They
And
will
then-
be buried a little bit more.
we'll
Again,
heap
this.
upon that. That
Okay.
everyone should go and give them a bad review because they deserve it. And apparently everyone there was as mistreated as you were, and friends of yours or local people also said they had the similar experiences, not even on the same day, but like as if this was a continuing practice for this this clip
One
joint.
of them was from a year ago. And the guy said, I stopped going there a year ago because they treated me like that. And one was, mine happened on Wednesday. There was a lady on Thursday or Friday who made a post on the Facebook that said she voiced her opinion, and I told her what happened to me, and she said, oh, it was the same place and the same issue.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they got you too?
So
And she was like, I really need a car to rent.
So Enterprise, I don't know what kind of clip joint you're running there, but the law's on it now. The Breakfast Club is going to put you down like a rabid dog.
Put you down like a dog.
Yes. So
here's the rest of the story now.
okay. All right. Go ahead.
So I get the car Wednesday,
Uh-huh.
right? My car gets towed to. We've got heat with two people now because
Okay.
my car gets towed to NTB. That's what
NTB.
it's called, NTB. It's a corporation, national corporation. So my car gets towed there Wednesday. I don't hear nothing. Like Tuesday night, it gets towed there. I call Wednesday. I said, "Hey, my car got towed there last night." The guy's like, "Huh?" I said, "My car got towed there last night." He said, "Oh, that's your car?" Yeah. He said, "Where's the key? You didn't leave the key." I said, No. The guy, tow truck driver left the key. The key's there. I'll call you back. You don't call back. They closed at 5. So that's Wednesday. Thursday, I call. Hey, this is the guy with the car, the Ford Fusion. What's going on? He said, yeah, we just found the key. We haven't taken a look at it yet. We think the battery's dead. I said, the battery's dead because the lights wouldn't shut off, blah, 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 whatever, but that's not the issue.
What time was this?
We'll get it, we'll
what
get
time was this at?
It was on 4:30 I called on Thursday.
Oh, so already the day's over.
They closed at 5.
Right.
Right. So that was Thursday. I'm supposed to bring the car back Friday. So I call Friday again in the morning. Hey, this is the guy with the Ford Fusion. What do we got? My man tells me, well, it ain't the battery. I said, no shit. I'm not a mechanic and I could have told you that because I knew it wasn't the battery. And he's like, well, here's the dog barking. Stop it. So he's like, my transmission guy doesn't come in till tomorrow, as if he's like a specialist or something for the transmission. Okay. I said, does he only work one day a week? And he said, he only works on Saturdays. That's what he tells me.
Maybe he floats.
now-
maybe he floats from place to place.
So there's 2 NTBs in McDonough. So one on each end of town. So anyway, I call Enterprise to extend the reservation.
Mm-hmm.
The phone's ringing. Someone picks up. They don't even say anything. They just put me on hold. I was on hold for 25 minutes, and I hung up the phone because I was like, this is bullshit.
Right.
So I said, I'm going to call Enterprise corporate office.
Mm-hmm.
I call Enterprise corporate office. I said, I just need to extend this. No one's answering the phone there. She said, actually, you're not supposed to bring the car back till tomorrow, till Saturday. And I said, well, that's weird because I told him Friday. He's like, well, they put you down for Saturday, so you're good.
That is,
I said, well,
they are running a clip joint there. They're trying to get you on
right.
every little thing.
It gets better. It gets so much better. So she says, I put it in the computer. Someone from Enterprise, that location, will get it in their email. They're going to call you.
Oh, email.
Just to confirm.
They can't answer. They can't answer a phone. You think they check their emails?
Right.
Jesus. This
so
place.
now, Saturday they're supposed to call me to extend it because I want to extend it till at this point I said I want to extend it till maybe like Monday or Tuesday because I don't know what's going on with my car. So, okay, cool. It's all good. I don't get a call from Enterprise, obviously.
You know, at least you have the car. So, like, what are they going to do? In the grand scheme of things, if they won't call you back to extend it, you'll just extend it by not returning it.
Right.
Fuck them.
Oh, listen, I was going to say something about that because it gets better.
Okay.
So there's no phone call, right? So no phone call. So now Saturday I had to take a trip. We'll talk about that in a minute. Sunday I call NTB. I haven't heard anything about my car still. NTB is closed on Sundays here in the South because it's the Bible Belt. Cool. I don't have a fucking car. Well, I don't have my car. So I still don't get a call from Enterprise. Sunday comes and goes. It's Monday. I'm still driving Miss Daisy in this soccer mom van.
Right.
Monday comes around. I call Enterprise first thing in the morning. The location. It rang and rang. I put it on speaker because I was at work. 42 fucking minutes. No one answered the phone at like 10:30 in the morning. So I call Enterprise back, corporate office. Hey, I extended it, but I'm going to have to extend it the rest of the week, blah, blah, blah. This motherfucker says, nah, bro, you ain't extended. You were supposed to bring it back Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, I'm a fugitive with this soccer mom van with Ohio license plates.
Yeah, fucking come and find me. Come and find me.
3 o'clock in the morning. So I said, bro, I need to extend this for, like, the week. I said, well, what if they don't call me back? Like, I don't know. He said, I guess if they don't call you back, the car becomes yours? He was dead serious. I was like, what kind of operation are they running here? So he tells me, I sent an email to the regional manager. That's the guy who I was tweeting.
See,
he's going to call you.
See, like, right here is where I stop the guy. I say, enough of the fucking emails. You don't have anyone's number, and they won't take your call?
Right. I said to him, let me call him. He said, I can't do that. He said, he's going to call you. I promise you. It's Tuesday at 6:30. This motherfucker hasn't called me. So I don't even know if my thing's really extended. I may own a minivan now. I don't even know.
It sounds like you're plus one vehicle these days. I don't,
Right.
I mean.
So now. Right. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I stopped because you were talking.
Well, I was just saying. I'm very. You got me worked up. I'm pacing around my kitchen island. I've done 10,000 steps here, walking around the island because I'm worked up. So I have this van now. I don't know. It's probably mine. I don't even know anymore.
Can I ask
you? It's got Ohio license plates.
Let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
Do you have any documentation that you've talked to these people that said that this guy would call you back?
They send you a confirmation email every time you talk to them. So I'm like, what is going on here? Like, what is this operation? I think it's the local unit is really jacked up.
So I would leave a message or an email or whatever with local unit that says, your car is here. Come fucking pick it up.
Well, I need it still.
No, I mean after. I wouldn't, right. Fuck them for doing all this. And I would call the main headquarters and say, listen, take care of this. Don't charge me for another day. I got
a cracked windshield because a rock went through it.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, okay, so now it's Tuesday. I call NTB this morning. Hey, what is going on with my car? It's been there. It'll be a week tomorrow. I'm renting a car. The company's paying out the... I got to know what's going on here. He tells me, again, it ain't the battery. I said, we established this last week,
Yeah.
buddy. He said, let me call you back. We're gonna go do something. But I almost feel like they haven't touched it yet. He calls me back like 3 hours later, and he says, we can't fix it. I said, what do you mean? He said, the cord, the plug that goes from your transmission to the my gear thing is it's a knob. He said it broke. So now the knob is broke and you can't go in gear. So the connection from your transmission to the knob that puts you in drive, park, whatever is broken. I said, you can't fix that? He said, no, it's a recall from Ford. We're not allowed to touch it. So now here we are. It's
5 days?
Tuesday. So tomorrow will be 7.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, this was this morning. Okay, what do we got to do? He's like, I don't know. The car can't, we can't do anything. So
you got to get it towed to Ford, or someone's got to tow it to Ford.
Right. So it's a company car. So I called my company, the guy's like, oh, well, I'll get it towed. He was great. I got off the phone with him. He texted me, got a driver on the way. I mean, within an hour, my car was picked up and brought to Ford. Well, 5 o'clock, I get a call from Ford. Sir, we've got a car here with a key and a phone number, but we don't even know what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to explain to them, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, it's a fleet vehicle. Okay, blah, blah, blah. We know what's wrong. It's probably a recall. He's right. We'll get it fixed, da-da-da. So I was like, hey, when are we looking? And she's like, oh, this could take another week. I'm like, you've got to be shitting me. And she's like, yeah, it's just, we got to diagnose it tomorrow. And then, we don't have that stuff here. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm going to be driving the soccer mom van like it's nobody's business with Ohio plates.
You're going to fall in love with that van, and I want to give it back.
Let me tell you something. I'm going to go ahead and admit this on the air. That is one of the most comfortable vehicles I've ever driven in my life. The space in the front seat, it's almost like a recliner chair. Like, it's got room. I'm lounging. I'm not uncomfortable. It's got a very nice armrest on the left side. Like I'm ready to just go get the soccer mom sticker and slap it on the back.
Right. Oh my God.
It's a really nice vehicle.
Now imagine, since it takes about a week to fix, if this last week had been spent fixing the car at Ford. I don't well, I'm sure it's all involved and the details don't matter, but I don't understand why your company isn't just taking it to Ford. They're using the enterprise equivalent of repair places to do it.
Right.
Like in your town or local to you, every place that deals with a vehicle with 4 wheels is like just bumbledicking around. They have no idea what they're doing. I don't understand.
They're on every corner too.
Yeah.
So there's like 900 of them. But Ford was great when she called today. She's like, we're going to take care of, we'll know what's wrong with it tomorrow. And we'll call you back. And I was like, I literally said to her, could you please, because no one's called me back in 7 days from Enterprise or NTV. Here's the funny part. Enterprise is located directly across. I'm talking, it's like less than 100 yards from Ford.
So when your car's ready, you could drop off the thing and walk across the street.
Right. And I don't even mean, I'm talking it's got to be 50 yards. She said, are you talking about the Enterprise across the street? And I said, yes, I am.
They're notorious.
And she said, they're horrible. So
I hear nothing but bad things. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, wow. So anyway, I still got the soccer mom van. I love it. I'm falling in love with it. This is a ploy probably.
This is amazing.
To get me to buy one.
Can we get a photo like the Trent shirt of your daughter in the front seat and you in the back like a
with the window down?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just look at that.
Film a TikTok with this.
Look at that shirt online and then recreate that photo.
Oh my God! It's the same van. It's that van that his mom was driving.
Then you've got to do it
while you
still have it. You have to do it. Go out there tonight.
Have it for a week.
Have Nick the Dick take the picture, And
Yeah.
and there you go. So I've never heard. What is an NTB?
I don't know what's the name of it. NTV, National Tire Bumblebicks. I don't
Oh,
know.
you said it as if like I've never heard of it before.
Well, because I used to go to one in California, and I've been to two here in
But
Atlanta, two different
it's
ones.
like Pep Boys or
Right, it's one of those gimmicks. Yeah, yeah,
okay.
like a Tire Kingdom.
No,
Yeah,
NTB. In your case, it's like not today, bitch.
right. And it was definitely not today, tomorrow, the next day. But
bitch,
but
buddy,
yeah,
whatever you
so
want.
there's the update to the car story.
Mm,
But I got another story.
okay. Well, I know this story,
So
or I don't know the
this one
details
you
of it.
know,
I don't know the details
right,
of it. So,
right. And I should send you the video because it's entertaining. But so
well, if you
my
if
son,
you if you send me
yeah,
the video, I'll put it on the YouTube version of this.
it's all over the tweet machine. You just got to type in Rock Hill basketball fight.
Oh, don't make me work hard.
No, I'll find it. I'm just telling you.
All right.
But oh look, my daughter came down the stairs wearing her nice Breakfast Club, brand new Breakfast Club shirt.
Mm.
What a good kid.
I haven't gotten a thank you yet from her.
Ben says he hasn't gotten a thank you yet from him for you. She said, "Oh wow." You know what she said?
No.
She said, "No, thank you."
The balls on that one.
All right. So anyway, my son has a basketball tournament this weekend in Rock Hill, South Carolina. It is four and a half hours from here, and big tournament. College coaches, like it's all called On the Radar. So basically, it's like the top players in like the Southeast. Very big deal. He's super excited, pumped up. So the game is Saturday. So he goes overnight with the team Friday, and I drive Saturday morning. I wake up 5 o'clock.
Are we gonna go
What?
back until like the whole like how the coaches got some strict rules and the whole trying to trick the white boy into bringing the Nintendo and
Right. So right. So my son is the only white kid on the team. Right. So he can play basketball. So he's really good at basketball, and he was asked to play for this team. So he's the only white kid on the team. It's really the only white kid in the league that we play in here. He's the only white kid in the league. But so they wanted him to bring the Xbox, and he's like, I gotta bring the Xbox. But then the coach is like, no. This is a business trip. His exact words were, "This is a business trip." Ain't no Xbox playing. So they were trying to get Nick to bring his Xbox, but that got kiboshed. We didn't bring the Xbox because it's a business trip. His coach won the state championship last year in basketball for high school here in McDonough. For the state, right?
mm-hmm.
So a great coach. He's now coaching a college, like a Catholic college. He got basically a private school is paying him big money now because he's a state championship coach. He's got the dream job, blah blah blah. Well, he coaches his AAU travel team on the side.
Right.
So he don't make any money off this. He's doing it for free. He's just a really good coach. He's the assistant coach. She's a female. She's really good, a really good coach. So it's like good coaches. Anyway, so he takes the bus up there up to Rock Hill, South Carolina. Rock Hill's on the border of North Carolina. When I say on the border, it's like 2 exits away from Charlotte. So anyway, Saturday I get up early. I drive by myself. I go all the way to Charlotte. I get there, and I missed the first half of the game, which I didn't tell you this part.
No, you didn't.
I was late. I was late getting there and missed the first half.
Father of the year material here.
Right. I was way more upset than him. So anyway, I missed the first half, and my mom and dad live over there now, so they're about 25 minutes away. So my dad got there. My dad's better than me. He got there an hour early, so
he's old
he
school.
got to watch it.
He's old school.
Right, he's old school. Like he called me. He's like, I'm in. I'm paid for parking. Blah blah blah. I was like, damn, it's like 8 o'clock. The game's at like 9, and he's like, yeah, I'm here. I'm watching the other games. My dad's he's still in coach mode, so he watches everything with like coaching. And my dad's the guy who will like, he'll be watching 2 teams with no kid, no grandson, no son on the teams, but he will talk to everyone and be like, oh, did you see that play? Like he is the New Yorker who like doesn't shut up. He thinks he knows everybody and talks to everybody. Anyway, I get to the second half. We're down 13. We make a great comeback. We're up by 1 with 4 seconds left. We get fouled, right? Now, Nick is in the game, and the coach is telling them to pass the ball to Nick because if they want Nick to get fouled because it was free throws, he's a really good free throw shooter, and he would have nailed him, and we would have been up by 3 with 4 seconds left. Well, they pass it into another kid. He gets fouled. It's a 1-and-1, which means you get one shot.
If you make it,
you get a second shot. Right. If you miss, whatever. Well, he makes 2 shots. This game's over. We're up by 3 with 4 seconds left. He misses it. The other team grabs the ball, throws it down to the only other white kid in the game. It's on the other team. And the kid literally catches it and heaves it from like his hip and swishes it at the buzzer. We lose by 1.
How far of a shot was his shot? Once it got.
It wasn't. He was inside the 3-point line.
Oh, okay,
they just heaved it down court. So Nick was down. Nick had a man. His man was down there too. The kid, we watched it today. The kid that was guarding the white kid, when he went to go step up, slipped. And when he slipped, he slipped. He lost it, and the kid had nobody in front of him and just heaved it from his hip, and it went in. So he loses on this buzzer beater, right? Disappointing, whatever.
This sounds like someone was throwing the game for some points. Because they were told to get it to Nick. They were told to get it to Nick, and then the other guy falls down, does a flop.
Right.
Come on.
Right. These kids, you never know these days.
Right. This is the White Sox all over again.
Right. So we lose. It's the only game we're playing Saturday. They made us travel 4.5 hours to play a 9:00 game on Saturday morning, and then the rest of the day we're off. And the only other games were Sunday at 11 and 6.
Right.
11 a.m., 6 p.m. So whoever made that schedule, first of all, is a moron, because I don't know why you would make the team who traveled the furthest play 1 game on Saturday and 2 games on Sunday, one being a late one, knowing the kids have school Monday. Anyway, Nick goes back to the hotel with his team. I'm hanging out. I saw my parents, and blah, blah, blah. Went and drove around town because now I want to move to Charlotte, North Carolina, and Lex doesn't want to.
And you got stood up. I'm going to throw that in there. I
did.
I know you. You may or may not want to bring that up, but
no, we'll talk about that. Yeah. So we'll talk about that after the story.
All right.
Anyway, 11:30 at night, I get a text message from the coach, and first I'm thinking, great, the kids got in trouble. They're probably causing a ruckus at this hotel. Blah blah blah. Mind you, it's the most ghetto hotel I've ever seen. It's the Microtel. If you live in the United States and know what a Microtel is, that's where they put the team at. Now, side note, I was staying at the Hilton Garden Inn. That's brand new.
Well, because you got points, probably.
Right. Let me tell you, it was the best sleep I've had in months. This place was, perfect.
Listen,
I told Nick, you got to stay with your team.
It doesn't matter that you stayed somewhere nice. Y'all are still bringing bed bugs back to the fucking house.
Right. Well, and it's funny because I get a text message at 11:30 and it says no parents allowed at the game tomorrow. There was a brawl. Now this facility has 12 basketball courts. It's brand new. This is the first tournament ever played in it. It just opened. I'm talking about when I walked in on Saturday, I was like, man, I wish I had somewhere to play this as a kid. It was one of the nicest basketball facilities I've ever seen. College coaches were there. I mean,
it had the new car smell to it still.
Right, and LED lights, so it's bright. Oh, my God, this place is beautiful. Not only did it have 12 courts, to the left was the championship court. It is a bowl-style seating, like an NBA stadium they built just for championship games. I mean, beautiful, beautiful place. Anyway, the text says, no parents allowed tomorrow. There's a brawl. Mind you, I've paid for the tournament to get him in, and I've already paid for the 2-day parking pass and the tickets to get in to watch. $20 a day, and parking was $5 a day, right? So my dad paid too.
Right.
So I said, whoa, no parents allowed. What? And they said it was a really big brawl. We don't know really details, but games are still going on, whatever. So I called Nick, and I'm like, hey, did you hear I can't come tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to head home in the morning because you just take the team, they rented a Sprinter van back, and I'll just catch you when you get home tomorrow night. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. So, side note, Nick said, I said, how's the sleeping arrangements there? Because it's 4 kids to a room. He says, the star player gets the bed in the room, 1 bed, Nick and another kid slept together in the other bed. I said, well, where'd the fourth kid sleep? On top of the air conditioning unit. I was like, wait, what? He's like, he's really small, and he's fit perfect on top of the air conditioning unit.
Oh, my God.
He put blankets down and everything. I'm like, wow. So, whatever. He needs that experience,
Wait,
though, and I think it's something.
You couldn't push, like, 2 chairs together or like
what?
the floor isn't more comfortable than the AC unit?
Right. Well, it's a microtel. I don't know if you want to sleep on the floor.
I don't know that.
So,
I don't know that the things landing on the floor aren't landing on the AC unit too.
Well, Nick didn't even want to take a shower Saturday because he said the shower looked like someone died in there.
Ugh.
I was like, just wear your slides.
Ugh.
So anyway, I tell him I can't come to the game, take the bus home, blah blah blah. He was having a blast though, and he needs it. That that team to me, it's important, right? So
Right.
he's like, yeah, we're they were wrestling, they had noise complaints. I was like, that's great. That's what kids are all about. Fuck them. It's the microtel. Right. I'm sure they get plenty of crackheads in there. So
that ain't going to be the biggest ruckus of the night for sure.
Right. So I wake up the next morning. I'm going to take a shower, get ready to go to the game. I get a text message. All games have been canceled due to last night's Rumble. I'm like, Rumble? What the fuck happened?
Rumble?
Right. So now I got to go pick up. Nick could take the Sprinter van home, but they weren't leaving till later. So he was like, hey, coach said I can ride with you. So I was like, well, I'll come grab you because I wanted to make a stop at Fat JoJo's house to get some coffee mugs. He's a big fan. So I said, all right, I'm going to come pick you up, right? I'm going to come pick you up at the microtel, and you'll ride with me home, just tell him, coach, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So now there's no game. Nick's upset. He doesn't get to play in front of college. There were so many college coaches on Saturday. Like, this is such a big deal. And I'm like, what kind of brawl was this? And I texted you guys, like, in the group chat, like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I pick him up, and, his team's waiting for him. They were ready to leave, I guess, or something. They were going to take their time getting home. I don't know what it was. So, first of all, I pick him up, and Nick's like, all right. And he says, mind you, again, he's the only white kid on the black team. He says, I catch you later. But he said it just, I catch you later. They were all crying, laughing. I was like, what the hell was that? He's like, his nickname is Light Skin. That's his nickname on the team. They call him Light Skin Nick. I said, why? He said, oh, because Dark Skin Nick is the other kid. So, right. But
that's great. That's a great
camaraderie.
That's a great nickname.
Great, right.
That's great.
Right. So he built a really camaraderie with the team, which I love that. He said they were giving him shit all night Saturday night because the white kid who hit the shot was the only other white kid there, and they kept saying, why'd you let your cousin hit the shot like that? I was like, that's fucking funny. That's fucking funny. So we're getting in the car. I says, this fight? He says, oh, look at it. And he pulls it up on Twitter. Oh, my God. There was parents and players just pummeling. One lady's got no shirt on. One guy is on top of, I think he was on top of a woman, just throwing haymakers like he was like Brock Lesnar in the cage.
Wow.
Like just throwing, and there's a white cop who is walking around the fight, and you see him with he has this look on his face of what do I do?
Overwhelmed.
He's got the baton. He's got the baton in hand, and he's just didn't know where to go, what to do, and people are trying to grab people off, and people who are helping are getting punched in the back of the head. I mean, pure madness melee going on. It was wild. Who the fuck is ringing my doorbell? Oh, my God. This is the scariest looking child ever. What? What are you yelling at me for? Lex is coming. Jesus. It's the albino staring at me through the window. I hope her parents don't listen to this. Anyway.
Is she really an albino?
Yes.
Oh, my God. This is fantastic.
She's ghostly pale with blonde hair. And when I looked over, I have little windows next to my doors. She had her face pressed against it as if she was some sort of scary movie doll.
Like a ghost or something.
Looking.
Yeah. Like that where you can't see the eyebrows or the eyelashes and all that?
You can't see the eyebrows, right? You can't see your eyelash. No, you can't.
It's so creepy looking.
No. And she has straight, blonde hair. white hair. It's straight.
You might
Right.
need to TikTok this child.
And she's very, like, brash.
Yeah.
She's very, like, she's, like, bold. Like, she's a kid who'll kick you in the shin and be like, you know. Lex said she has kicked me in the shin. So, anyway, there was a brawl, there was a melee. The games got canceled. Nick was pissed, but I just cannot believe. What a weekend. I drove 4.5 hours each way. I spent a fortune. And here's my thing. I was like, all the parents were thanking the coaches for taking them. Great. I appreciate that. I was like, hey, did we get a refund? And Nick's like, why would you ask that? I was like, what do you mean why? It was $145 for a tournament we didn't play in. I spent money on a hotel. Like, you spent money on food. I spent money on, like, what? What do you mean? I drove 5 hours, 4.5 hours each way, and nobody responded to my text. I guess we're not getting a refund. So
you are twice the Jew I am, and
dude.
I've got papers.
It's $145.
I'm just saying, I got papers to show I'm Jewish. You.
That's hilarious. No, it's just, I mean, it's money.
I understand. I just, yeah.
65 teams in this tournament. Somebody is rolling in the dough thinking, we don't even have to do anything this weekend.
Right. And, well, I mean, I think they fucked a lot of people. They fucked all the refs that get paid for each game they ref.
Right. Yeah.
All those college guys aren't going to come back to next year's tournament because they got burned.
And the two teams that played, one of the teams has, like, kids that are in the top 100 in the state of, in the Southeast.
Right.
They're banned from AAU, both teams now. So these kids who were like, you know, and it's not the kids, the parents started it. Like, it was literally the parents brawling, and the kids got involved after. But, like,
yeah, well,
you just ruined your kid's chance at maybe some major school. I mean, there was major schools there.
Yeah.
You know. So.
That's funny. Well, I was going to say it would have been worth the money that you spent if, when you went up there, you hooked up with those TikTok guys to make your videos.
Oh, that's another story, my friend.
Just call me the Segway King.
You are. I reached out to Mr. Montana Black, and he, you know, I wrestled him once, which I didn't even remember, but then he said, this is a funny story. Montana Black's on TikTok. Montana Black's, when he first got on TikTok a couple months ago, Mark James was like, oh, Montana, you know, AJ. And I said, no, I don't think we've ever met. And his response back was, we worked each other. And I was like, well, either you really sucked or I just have a bad memory.
Oops.
And then he's like, remember you put my partners through the donut table? I was like, oh, shit, I totally forgot about that.
When they say donut table, I don't know that narrows it down that much for you.
No, but the worst part was that was like last year. It wasn't like it was that long ago.
Well, yeah.
So anyway, I reached out about meeting him and this other guy, Mac. They're both Mac's got 100,000 followers and Montana's at about 90 today. They both got over 1 million likes, and they've only been on TikTok for 2 months. And I'm like, either I'm doing something wrong, I don't know. But anyway, I reached out to hang out with them and do a little TikToking, and they never got back to me.
Well,
I feel like I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's an issue there. I mean, you know,
I should challenge him to a match. I got one more left in me.
Oh my God, do you want to waste it on these guys? They'll probably no-show your match.
Oh, you're right.
I wouldn't waste it on those guys.
I should cut a promo on him on TikTok.
But
I should do it old school. Like, let me tell you something, brother.
I think 1,000% you need to do that. 1,000%.
Yeah.
I mean,
I want to move to Charlotte now. So if I move there, I'm just going to annoy them all the time.
Don't move to Charlotte. Actually, if you move, I'm not against that move. I think I'd rather visit you in Charlotte than in Atlanta.
I agree because this town is awful.
Yeah.
But my parents are there. I can get a lot of footage of my mom and dad, which my mom was a hit this weekend. I think she got like a couple thousand likes. I don't even know on that video. But my dad's mustache is ridiculous. It's on TikTok if you haven't seen it. It looks like I think he's Tom Selleck. But yeah, I think I noticed though. I told Vandal this today. You can tell me I'm crazy.
Oh my God, Vandal! You just inspired me to bring up a story. But go ahead.
Oh Lord. I noticed that my likes and views in Charlotte were quadruple what they are here. I came back here and immediately it dropped off. I really truly believe the area you're in brings new stuff, and I think I'm in a dead space here.
Could be. I mean, Atlanta's a big fucking city, man. It's not like you're in.
But I live 30 minutes south of Atlanta.
Yeah.
40 minutes.
All right.
I'm in the sticks, man. Maybe
Yeah.
the TikTokers don't come out in the sticks. Now there's a big TikToker, Dylan Miller, who lives down the street from us.
Never
and he
heard of
goes
him.
to high school. He's got 600,000 followers. He makes the mashup songs that Charlie does, and he's the guy who he mashes up different songs and puts them into one. Well, he goes to high school with Nick. He's a senior, and I'm over here, this 40-year-old. I keep tagging him like Nick's like he's not gonna even acknowledge you. And then Nick makes one Snapchat and he reshares it. I was like, you gotta be kidding me! I was like, who are you?
You're like Nick. You gotta introduce me.
Nick's like,
Introduce me.
it's because I go to high school. You're 40 years old. Like, you know. I was like, I just need one TikTok with this guy, just one.
You and I forget. We forget
Right.
sometimes that we're not young men anymore.
We're not. We're pushing it. So
I mean, yeah.
yeah.
So
Well, tell your Vandal story because
Well,
I'm kind of curious.
I don't have a Vandal story.
I'm gonna take out my ice cream to defrost while you do that.
I may. Oh, Jesus Christ! Listen. Jesus,
Yeah.
could you do it louder? Could you make more noise to
It's
it?
done. We're done.
Jesus,
We're
what
done.
a
Go.
fucking ruckus! So, I was just gonna say, your boy Vandal. I don't know if we've established this on the podcast or not. First of all, he's your old tag team partner, like when you started.
Right. From 1999. Yeah.
Right.
We went to high school together.
Right. So you've known each other forever. He is one of the. How do I say this without? I don't want to get too hyperbolic, but he is a terrible TikToker. He is all over the place. Nothing makes sense, and I don't get his sense of humor most of the time at all. And he's probably going to listen to this. I'm trying to be constructive with my criticism. It's like 1 week his TikToks are all just opening packs of basketball cards. And the next week it's all duets. And I guess he's trying to find his voice or whatever.
He's trying to find his niche. He hasn't found it yet.
But I will give him credit. The one he did today where he duetted you and he had a man bun and he called him,
Right.
and he can't, because the guy that roasted you called you Vince McMahon bun. So he
Right.
called himself Shano Man bun.
Right.
That was funny.
I thought that was funny.
That was hilarious. I even commented, okay, this one's funny. I love ribbing him. It's listen, I like him, but he's got to work. He's got to bring up his TikTok skills.
I know.
It's a
He
little.
does. He does.
I listen.
Well,
You said you talking about the high school kid before, and now me talking about TikTok.
right.
It's the same thing. It's like I'm forgetting that I'm in my 40s, and
Right.
and I'm worried about.
In your 40s. I like how you said that. You
Well.
old fuck.
I'm on
So
the wrong. Okay, I'm on the wrong side of
You're older
45.
than me.
I'm on the wrong
Right,
side of
right.
45. Okay, fine.
I'm gonna be 40 in January,
Oh
which
my
I
God.
accept gifts, my PO boxes, and my thing. You know what? That's a perfect segue
What's that? Oh, right. You got a gift.
to end the show.
Mm.
I got my PO box. I get an email, and they said you've got a package. So I go in there,
Boy, does he.
and I that's what she said. I go in there, and I don't have my key to my box. And I'm
That's
like,
what she
oh,
said.
No, right. That's not the first time.
Right.
So I go in and I said, hey, I don't have the key to my box. And the kid goes, man, come on. I'll never forget that face. I said, what? He said, I know who you are. And of course, I'm like, hey, you must know me from TikTok. He's like, no, I sold you the PO box. I was like, oh. He's like, yeah, it's cool. He's like, it's he knew the number and everything. And I said, yeah. He's like, yeah, here you go. And he gave me the box. So.
Never forget
the
that
box.
face.
Right. Well, I mean, look at it. It's like a werewolf.
Yeah.
So I'm opening the box now here. Guess
Oh.
what it is?
It's a live open?
Yes, it's a live open. I'm opening it now.
Oh, my God. Well,
It is a coffee mug.
oh, what a surprise.
Do you know what it says?
No, I have no idea.
Someone from Massachusetts thinks I'm super cool. Wait, does that mean she thinks that? Is she trying to say I think she's super cool or I'm cool?
Pause.
I'm cool, right?
Pause. The mug says that?
Yeah,
Oh, it's not a note that says that? And the mug's...
that's the actual mug says that.
How do you know it's from a she?
Because I got a message today that says you should have gotten your package. It's from a Bonnie Friedman, in Massachusetts.
Oh.
Bonnie, thank you. I appreciate it. I am adding it to the collection. Which, if you saw my TikTok, I've also had 3 more added this week because big fan. We'll call him Joe Mark. He got me.
Oh, God. I got a headache
He got
from that
me
one.
a couple mugs. He got me 3 mugs, and one's a toilet bowl, and one's at the Elf, and one's I forgot what the other. Oh, Christmas Story. But Joe Mark actually called me today, FaceTimed me, and said we got new mugs in at his job, and I said, what are they? One was this is the most ridiculous mug ever. It is a unicorn farting, and the fart, it's squirting out of its ass a rainbow, which goes into the handle.
So the
and it
handle's
says-
like a rainbow.
And it says unicorn fart on the fucking mug.
Hmm.
And then he got me 2 other mugs. They were $2 a piece. So with tax, it was $6.93. And he said, I said, I'll send you the money. How much? He said, well, it was $7. I said, no. He said, it was $6.93. Just send me the 7. I said, okay. I sent him $6.99. Yeah.
You should
But,
have mailed him $6.93 in pennies.
In quarters.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, yeah, another mug to add to the club. I got a whole bunch of them. I'm gonna need like a mug shelf now.
You can't possibly drink that much coffee.
I do. I came home from work today and drank a pot. I made a whole pot of coffee, and this will refer back to TikTok. Lex likes the Charlie D'Amelio girl on TikTok, the #1 TikToker, has a drink at Dunkin' Donuts now, and Lex got it twice and loves it. Well, the Jew in me was like, I'm not spending $10 on a cup of coffee. I bought caramel, and I made it today. I made a pot of coffee when I got home from work. I drank 2 cups. Lex had one with ice, caramel, sugar, and whole milk, and she was very hesitant, drank it, and said, oh my God, it tastes exactly like it. I was like, boom.
Isn't caramel sugar?
For Lex, I didn't drink it.
Well, I'm
Lex
saying I'm saying you had to put sugar and caramel in it?
I did. It didn't have enough taste, she said at
Oh.
first. And then when I put the sugar in, she's like, this is it.
Oh, it's fucking,
This is it.
And she bounced
So
off the
Charlie
walls
D'Amelio-
for 3 more hours.
Right. By the way, this week is the first time Lex has ever had coffee in her life. So, yeah, I drank a whole pot of coffee. I already had 3 cups today, and then had a whole pot when I came home.
Yeah, but here's my point with that is that I don't after you've got all these mugs, but if it's anything anything like my place, I have like 20 mugs, but there's only 3 I enjoy drinking out of.
Oh, I'm a mug alternator. I alternate mugs.
See, I've got a lot of ones that are kind of small, and those,
Right.
I know I'm gonna want, instead of getting up and making a second, I'd rather just use one of the big mugs and have the right amount all in one shot. So I have like 2 or 3, including my new Mr. Rogers, where the sweater changes color when it gets
That's
warm.
a good one.
It's
isn't
a great one. I love that mug.
Right.
The only thing I don't like about it is the fact that I have to hand wash it, but I'm happy to do it
Right.
because the mug is so cool. Otherwise the other 2 big ones I throw in the dishwasher. But my point is that
Right.
I have like all these other mugs. I have like the little IHOP one, which I bought 2 and gave you one.
Right.
I have a Bullet Club one. I have some other ones, and they're all small. So like if it's like they're like the right size for like making a thing of hot tea or something, but not for like a big
Right.
drink of coffee that you want to put like cream and.
My smallest mug is the Steve Carino one, and that's my nighttime mug because it's just a small. If I have a cup of coffee next, it's smaller. I don't drink a whole cup. I use the. Listen. If you can even see my setup right now, I'm such a coffee addict. I have a Keurig, and then next to it I have the McCoffee pot one. I literally use one for certain situations and one for another. That's how sick I am with coffee.
Yeah.
I've got two kinds of coffee. I've got some in the fridge that I like to. It's a nice Brazilian roast, and then I've got from Steve Carino, and then I've got the chock full of nuts.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm literally a straight instant coffee guy these days. I know that's probably a sin, but unless I'm,
you know what that's like? That's like calling it noodles. That's all I gotta say.
it's not like calling it noodles.
Yeah.
I at least it's still in the coffee. It's still technically I'm calling it coffee. Yeah. All right. Well,
All right. Well, I think we're done. We beat the hell out of this podcast. For
Yeah.
51 minutes. After 20 minutes of technical difficulties that you tried to blame on me.
oh my God, it's always something.
All
With
right.
us.
Well, talk to you in a couple days. Well, I'll probably talk to you tomorrow, but
Or-
I'll probably talk to you after this. Who am I kidding?
Okay. Bye.
Goodbye.